Hi everyone. Today we are going to see the function of criticism at the present time by Matthew Arnold. It is the most important topic which we are going to see about Matthew Arnold and how he explains about criticism. Matthew Arnold was an English poet of Victorian era and cultural critic who was worked as an inspector of school. He was the son of Thomas Arnold, the celebrated headmaster of Rugby School. Arnold turned to criticism after having first tried his aim at poetry. It has been said that as a poet he was a romantic, but as a critic he was a classicist. The function of criticism at the present time was first published in the National Review in November 1864. In 1865, it was published as the first essay in the Essay in Criticism, first series. This essay was written with special reference to the social, religious, economic, and political conditions which prevailed during the Victorian age. And this was the function of criticism and how it was functioning in the National Review of November in 1864. Matthew Arnold found the British society, especially the middle class, was materialized and brutalized. Capitalism and philosophism made British life. The rising middle class had no ideals and values at all. It was the mission of Arnold to civilize this class. He found culture anarchy everywhere, and his purpose was to put an end to this anarchy through literary criticism. Arnold defines the main literary criticism at the present time how he has defined the main theme, which can be classified into many things, which the author himself made him as a critic, and also deals about the endeavor in all the branches which it can be used to the knowledge of the time, and also theology, and also philosophy and history. With this you can see he deals with arts, science, and to see the main objectives which can be dealt in criticism, and as in itself it's really that what can endeavor the literary branches. So, with this endeavor, he has a knowledge of theology, physical, philosophy, history, art, science, and also he deals with the main important part how it can be deal with the main objectives, and also he admits that his critical power may be of lower rank than the creativity, but he does not have the thing that he is not critically a poet, or which he can be faculty by its very nature, and also it is very harmful for what he thinks in this kind of things, because he defines literary criticism can be the endeavor of all the branches of knowledge, and also he has a critical power with the lower rank, and it can be the most effective way, which is a nature of harmful way, and also the thing he can be really functionalized, and also the significance of criticism is far reaching. So, creativity active as exercise in the production of great works of literature and art is not possible at all times in the epoch. It is a function of criticism to create such conditions which are favorable to the creations. With this, we can see how he functions the main points of view with the creativity, and also he exercises the main points which the art of literature, and he tells about the time how he deals, and also how the conditions should be favorable to the creation, because everyone has the ability to create, but only few as the main idea what the poet is telling and how the significance of the criticism should be, because Matthew Arnold deals with this very important thing, how he can mainly concentrate on the effects of this kind of conditions. And also we can see the functions how he realizes the far main reaching with the main production of his great works, because in the England of the first quarter of 19th century the romantics had a tremendous natural power, and also it was partially crippled by a lack of vigorous intelligence and life, because the fragment caused by the French Revolution did not remain for a long incessant intellectual and spiritual movement. With this he can find all how he describes about the 19th century romantist and the deals of which he can be caused with this agreement, and he deals the main thought how he can be mainly dealing with this kind of activities of fragment of French Revolution. At that time you can find the French Revolution was crippled, and it was because of they did not have that intellectual and spiritual movement because of the French Revolution. So this how he faced the problems and he made himself as a critic, and now we can see him as a modern, and also with many poets following Matthew Arnold. So this is about Matthew Arnold. Thank you.